What a massive embarrassment and humiliation on Russia. The Ukrainians has not stopped launching strategic strikes with their drones like forever. They have been doing this endlessly, and the Russians, after so many years, still have no solution, and the drone strikes are getting more and more sophisticated. And right now, Russia cannot even defend their own capital. Moscow is under attack by the Ukrainian strategic drone strikes for the past 3 days already. And you can see this is the latest. 8 hours ago, this was all the drones flying towards the Moscow region. And a lot of, you can see this is, we used to have this air raid shelter thing, air raid warning thing. We used to see so much of this from the Ukrainian side over the years. And to the point where, I'm numb towards it, Russian missiles, over this oblast, that oblast, or this drone, ground drones at this oblast, that oblast. Now, the Russians are having a taste of its own medicine. And this medicine is entirely because the Russians create the poison but do not have the antidote. So massive fire, this is all latest. This is the past 24 hours. Massive fire underneath the highway bridge, where I believe maybe some electric vehicles was underneath and got hit, and then caused a massive fire at some kind of a car park or some sort. So yeah, this is another one. This Zelenskyy posting. So this is Zelensky's message to Russia. This is Ukraine's response to Russia's prolongation of the war and its attack on Ukrainian cities and communities. This time, the Ukrainians' long-range drones or attacks reached the Moscow region, and they are clearly telling the Russians that the state must end its war. Ukrainian drones and missile manufacturers continue their work, and Zelenskyy is grateful to the SBU, the Security Service of Ukraine, and the Defense Forces of Ukraine for their precision. And the distance from Ukraine's state border to the attack place is over 500 kilometers. The concentration of air defense in the Moscow is the highest, but they're overcoming it. And honestly, this is truth. This is true. Zelenskyy is not lying about all these things. It is true. I have warned about this for some time. I've said that this is a massive weakness of Russia. And in recent months, I have mentioned the lack of innovation on the Russian side in terms of military tech. I have seen way more innovations on the Ukrainian side, particularly not just strategic drones, but tactical drones as well. And this is more of the footages. But most of this is the same highway one. So I believe this, I think there's a car park below, by the look of it. It looks like some kind of car park. I don't want to show too much. Later, YouTube is going to demonetize the video when there's already not much money to earn. So, but yeah. So, and I just want to, this is from one day before, where the oil facility or oil refinery in Moscow got hit. This is unprecedented, and also that the Russians did not. It's not that they didn't try to defend. There's an air defense at the top of the hill. They launch a surface air missile. I'm not sure if it's successful. I don't think so. There is also Ukrainian drones. This is a FP1 drone according to the report by Noel. The drone is maneuvering. So this is not a ground drone. In its maybe ground drones can do this. Some of it. It's not all the drones that go straight like a missile. This can actually bank. They can actually maneuver, and it actually can pick its target and hit as if it is an FPV drone. So it's a bit like a super long range. Forgot the drone name. Never mind. It's okay. But yeah, this is terrible. For Russia, which has been known to be the second most powerful military in the world for a long time, they can't even defend against this. Is horrible. This is another version of drone. Just now that one is a slow one. This is a faster one. This is a cruise missile of sort, some sort of cruise missile, but it's actually, I believe, it's just an upsized, faster version of a drone. Yeah, because a missile probably would fly a bit faster than this. Another one, drones flying in formation over Moscow. This is the slower one. This is the slower version, like the one that can maneuver, which is why they can fly in formation. So yeah, what the hell is the Russians doing? You have the Russians already saw this strategic drone capability or investment by the Ukrainians in this technology for some time already, for years, and they still do not have a solution for it. It's terrible. All the Russians can do is to throw even more drones and missiles at Ukraine, doing the same thing, to play exactly the same game, strategic strikes in Ukraine. So both sides are playing the same game, but who is going to lose the war or suffer more? Yeah, we shall see. But most likely, of course, Ukraine is already bankrupted. Generally speaking, they are basically using credit card to fight this war. However, the Russians are not at war mode yet, and this pretending of, oh, this is just a special military operation, is coming to roost. In my opinion, the elites and the top, this first class citizens that's all living in Moscow is probably starting to really feel the war. And as long as Russia do not admit that this is a war now, do not take this war seriously, this war is going to become the Vietnam War of Russia, or Afghanistan of Russia, now, which is of Soviet Union. So because the way how Russia is fighting this war is way too slow. I have already said this multiple times. The way they fight is a waste of manpower. It's a waste of human lives. A lot of Russian soldiers died for terrible reasons. The way how they are deployed, the way how they are used, and even right now is the same thing. Capturing grounds in Donbas is pointless if you can't stop this. Because Russia is taking way too much effort to capture Donbas, and even if you capture Donbas, this is not going to stop. These strategic strikes are not going to stop. The war will not end with the capture of Donbas. Not even with Zaporizhia, or not even with Kherson. So what is your solution, Mr. Putin? So this is a terrible way to fight a war. The Russians should have ended the war and conquered Ukraine, or give a very strategic defeat on Ukraine by going straight to full mobilization right in 2022 and go all in and end the war within 3 to 4 years by conquering most of Ukraine. Right now, this stalemate-ish, it's not exactly a stalemate, but it's stalemate-ish kind of war. In the current world, with the current world, the technology that is available and the technology that is to come, this is not a war that should be dragged on more. The more this drag on, the worse is going to become for both sides, not just Ukraine but for Russia, but particularly bad for Russia, because Russia has no more big brother. Russia is the big brother, whereas Ukraine still can scam money from the Europeans, but then Russia. So no, I said this early. because the truth is the truth. In 2022, I gave the warning to the Ukrainians that the aid that is coming into Ukraine is insufficient. And I was correct. But the war that is now moving on, and I also warned about Ukrainians wasting soldiers as cannon foders. That was also true. And about their logistic problems, that is also true. But the Ukrainians have resolved the cannon fodder problem. They no longer sending cannon fodders after they managed to revamp the way how they fight war. They have significantly good tactical drones operation doctrines. The Russians doesn't seem to have innovated fast enough tactically, and strategically we are seeing this problem as well. So things are going to get bad. A lot of Russians are going to die for terrible reasons. And honestly, the Ukrainians can do this for as long as the Russians want, by the look of it, as is all now a drone war. Manpower is no longer an issue. That is the main problem right now for Russia. Anyway, thank you for watching. This is the ominous warning coming from DPA. I don't give a hell if you are pro-Russia or not. As long as you're not Russian, it's not your problem, honestly speaking. And if it's not you're not Ukrainian, honestly, it's also not your problem. Which is also why I despise NAFO. I despise the people in Europe or in United States that is ridiculously pro-Ukraine for no apparent reason when they don't even give a damn about Ukraine before the Ukraine war. So that's about it. Thank you for watching. Press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys. And happy birthday to you. If your birthday today, yay, happy birthday. And I'll see you guys in the next update.